Season 5 of The Boys on Prime Video is here, and it is going out with a bang. Homelander is literally ready to declare himself God, and Butcher and the team are doing everything they can to take him down. And yes, spoilers ahead, so if you haven't finished the season yet, bookmark this and come back. The final season, why it's ending. So first things first, why is there no season 6? Well, this was always the plan. When showrunner Eric Kripke first decided to adapt Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson's The Boys comics, he mapped it out as a 5-season story from the very beginning. The season 5 finale was always meant to tie up all the major loose ends. No extensions, no dragging it out. And look, given how insanely popular this show has been, they absolutely could have kept it going. Other shows have done exactly that, but Kripke held firm. He wasn't going to continue the story just for the sake of it. And honestly, that kind of discipline is rare, and it deserves respect. Butcher vs. Homelander, the core of the show. Here's the thing about The Boys. As much as the show builds out this massive world full of wild soups, fan-favorite heroes and villains, the story was always really about two people, Homelander and Butcher. No matter what new character got thrown into the mix, it was always going to come down to that final scorched earth showdown between these two. Their rivalry is what the entire show was built on. And in Season 5, we finally get that confrontation. Karl Urban's Billy Butcher and Anthony Starr's Homelander go head-to-head, and by the end of it, both of them are dead. That's it. That's the ending for these two. Who survives the remaining cast? So who makes it out alive? The surviving members of The Boys are Jack Quaid's Hughie, Erin Moriarty's Starlight, Laz Alonso's MM, and Karen Fukuhara's Kimiko. And even though Butcher's ultimate goal, ending the soups entirely, doesn't fully come to pass, the team's story does end on a definitive note. Starlight and Hughie are still out there fighting crime together, so their story continues, just not on this show. Ashley, Soldier Boy, and other survivors. Now there are a few other interesting survivors worth talking about. Colby Minify's Ashley makes it out of the finale, but her political career is finished. The twist? She's still a soup, with Bashley still in the back of her head. So she's either going to find a way to crawl back into Vought and regain some control of her life, or die trying. Either way, that's a fascinating loose end. Then there's Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. Still alive, but on ice by the end. And with Giancarlo Esposito's Stan Edgar back at the helm of Vought, the door is very much open for both of these characters to show up again down the line. And Cameron Crovetti's Ryan, he's lost his powers and just wants a normal life. So it seems unlikely he'd want to be pulled back into the world of soups and repeat the same cycle that destroyed Butcher and everyone around him. The spin-offs, what's next for the universe? Just because The Boys is ending doesn't mean the Vought universe is done. Far from it. A prequel called Vought Rising is already in development, focusing on Soldier Boy and Stormfront. So that's one corner of this world we'll definitely be revisiting. Then there's The Boys, Mexico, another spin-off currently in development. This one will most likely pick up the storylines that The Boys itself didn't fully resolve, the loose ends this show is leaving behind. And separately, we had Gen 5, which was running alongside The Boys as its companion series, but that got canceled after just 2 seasons. The storylines that were dropped there, those will also likely get resolved through the upcoming spin-offs. So the whole idea here is that the universe keeps moving forward through fresh perspectives and new stories, without having to dig up the bodies that The Boys has already buried. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.